Hello, this is a special recording of a presentation for the travel agents who are coming with Uniworld on the Christmas market fam trip in December 2016. The idea of this is for us to give you some information about what's going to be happening when you join us, hopefully alleviate some of the questions that you might have, and give you an overview of the itinerary and what we'll be doing whilst we're on board. We have had quite a lot of communication with you all over the last few weeks and few months, and you would have either spoken to myself, Dave Chidley, National Sales Manager, or my colleague Lucy Hopkins, the Sales Development Executive, and we'll both be hosting you on board the Uniworld fam trip on the 9th of December. So we're ever so excited about it. We hope you are too. And we do want to make sure that you have everything you need pre-meeting us on board the ship. And we do have a fair amount of time now to get anything sorted that you may be missing. So hopefully this presentation will give you all the answers that you need. We'll be alleviating some of your questions. But also, if it does mean that you need to ask some more, please just give us a call. Excuse me. So by now, you should have received one of the wonderful Uniworld ticket wallets. And inside will have all the information that you need. You should have also had your confirmation of the flight that you booked. And what that will enable us to do, once you've given all that information to us, which I'm sure you would all have done by now, is enable for a Uniworld driver to pick you up from the airport and take you to the ship. So when you get off of the flight, please just have a look out for your name and the Uniworld driver. They'll be able to pick you up. They'll take you to the ship. Now, you're all sort of coming in at different times. Got some people coming in early in the morning, some in the afternoon, some a little bit later in the afternoon. But once you get to the ship, we'll have your bags taken from you. We'll take your bags to your room. You'll be able to check in. We want you to settle in. We want you to experience the ship. We want you to relax, and we just want you to have a nice, calm afternoon and just really ease yourself into the surroundings. Then hopefully we'll all be together about 5 o'clock, and we'll aim to meet in the bar for a group drink and a bit of a welcome, get to know you, and then we'll go to dinner. Dinner tends to be about sort of 7 o'clock, 7:15. We'll spend a couple of hours in dinner and then have an opportunity to talk to each other then and then after as well. So we'll have a really lovely, relaxed first day when we all reach the ship. Now, before we get to that stage, there's a few things that we want from you. What we've noticed over the last year is that we get some very, very good interaction and good traction when people on Facebook or they tweet their experience. I'm sure this is something that you all or work accounts, and we just encourage you all when you're on board the ship to get that message out to your friends or to your customers, because I can guarantee they're going to be watching this. They're going to see the Christmas markets, they're going to see the beautiful ship, they're going to see the wonderful food that you're eating, the wonderful surroundings you're going to be in, and they're going to love it, and they're going to be a little bit jealous, and hopefully your customers are going to want to say, I'd love to do that. So we're going to have a hashtag. And the hashtag will be hashtag Uniworld UK Fam 2016. So we want you to put all your pictures on there, want you to hashtag it, but we want you to upload it to our Facebook and our Twitter pages. So going on board the ship, if you could either like us at Uniworld Trade UK on Facebook, or be our friend on Twitter, however you want to do it. Twitter, Uniworld Trade UK. If you're on both, please do both. But what we want to do is get you all social media'd up as much as you possibly can beforehand, and during we'll be able to then have a place to host all of our pictures and all of our videos and whatever's going on. We will have someone back in marketing, back at head office, who will be updating and watching and looking at them all, and we will have some spot prizes throughout the week of some particularly good tweets or Facebook entries. So we want you to all get behind that. We also want to make the most of the experience by turning that experience into sales, and I'm sure that's what you guys want, that's what your company would want, and it's certainly what we want as well. So what we're encouraging you to do, and what we want each of you to do, is to end the cruise with your own written blog or your video diary or a video log, something like that, that you can post on your social media sites or your website that your consumers can see. Now, the people that have done this in the past have had some fantastic results of the experience by the travel expert bringing it to life on social media or on the website. So if you're in a position to be able to host that type of thing on your social media or website, then we'd love you to do a blog, we'd love you to do a video log for your consumers. If that's not something that's possible to do, we want you then to put together a presentation to train the rest of your colleagues, the rest of the people that you work with, and do it as a training presentation. And you can then tell them everything that you've learned, everything you've experienced, show them the videos, show them the pictures. So what we want you to do before you get on board is to make sure that you've got a way of taking pictures or your video. Most of your cameras these days, or sorry, most of your phones these days will have that facility on board. So we just want you to make sure that you have a great time, but also to document it as well. We want you to be really creative, and again, this is going to form our post-cruise fan trip incentive, which we'll tell you a bit more about when we're on board the ship. So we want you to get involved in that. Something else we want from you as well is that we know that you're going to have a wonderful time when you're with us. It's going to be undoubtedly one of the best educationals that you've been on. It's going to be absolutely beautiful ship. The itinerary is going to be wonderful, and you're going to have the most wonderful food. You're going to have great company. We know that you're going to love it. And we have been nominated for a Globe Award for the Travel Awards in 2017. Now, unfortunately, when you get back, it will be too late to vote for us. So what we're doing, we're being a bit cheeky and preempting the fact that you'll think that we are the best river cruise line out there after you've experienced our cruise. So would you be kind enough that after watching this, you go straight to the Globe Travel Awards 2017, click on the best river cruise line and type in Uniworld. We'd love that. And for everybody that does it, we'll buy you a drink on board the ship. How does that sound? And if we do win, then you'll be a major part of that, and you'll be able to tell people that you've experienced it. And then when you show them your video blogs and you show them your written blogs, you'll be able to say, and they're Globe winners as well. So if you could do that, that'd be most amazing. So what does our itinerary look like? So we've talked about day one. We'll get there. We'll all meet in the bar about 5 o'clock, and we'll go to dinner, and we'll just have a nice, relaxed, easy evening together. Day two is pretty much when it starts in earnest. We're going to still be in Passau, and what we'd like to do is meet a little bit earlier, 7:30, and I'm going to spend about half hour going through what our business is all about, our parent company, the Travel Corporation. Who are we? What we stand for? Who is it that drives the Uniworld brand? And also to talk about what Uniworld is all about, what we have to offer, where we go to. So it's only going to be about half an hour, but there's a few little bits that we want to fit in. We're not going to tell you all about the ships. We're not going to tell you about the service. We're not going to tell you about the fantastic food, because you're going to experience that firsthand. We'll go at 8 o'clock. We'll have our breakfast around that sort of time, get ourselves ready for the day, and we'll then have a couple of options for what we want to do that day. We'll have the Passau walking tour with a Christmas market as one of the options, or there's the Bavarian Christmas at Rupert's Bon Vivant. That's one of the options. We've got a go active on your own with Nordic walking along the Danube. That's an option, or go out with your well-being coach on a bike. So that's an option as well. So there's lots of things that are going on. Once we're back, we'll have a sort of an afternoon at leisure. Have our dinner in the evening, a beautiful meal in the evening. Then there'll be Christmas carols and a sing-along after dinner. So that will really get us into the festive feel. So that's our that's our day one. Day two. Day three will be quite a full day for the itineraries that we've got going on. So we won't meet any earlier. We'll just get up for breakfast, sort of at your leisure, and then we've got a couple of options. There's an 8:30 to 5:30 excursion, which is a full day in Salzburg. We'll have a walking tour, have a Christmas market. So that's one of the options. Well, there's one that's slightly less, 9 to 3:30. And that's a romantic Christmas town, which is Steyr and the Christingle village. and then you have leisure time in Linz for Christmas market and shopping in the afternoon. So that's a couple of options. We'll then have dinner, then we'll go for a Christmas swing for dancing that evening. So that'll be quite nice. Excuse me. Day 4 will be a bit of an earlier start, again at 7:30 to meet in the bar. And this is really important because we're going to go through sales, we're going to go through our incentives as well. So I want to tell you all about what the offers are that we've got out there, how we can work with you, what we can do with you to increase your Uniworld sales. And also I'll tell you about the wonderful incentive that we're going to have set up post-cruise. So that will then lead us on to our breakfast, and we'll be in Krems in Austria at that point, and a couple of options there. The Gottwald Abbey with a private organ recital is one of the options, or the Krems Town and Christmas Market Walk. We'll have an afternoon, I guess, cruising and at our leisure. We'll have dinner that evening, and then we'll go and there looks like there's going to be some professional waltz instructors on board, so we can learn the Viennese waltz as well. That should be quite interesting. So that's the day 4, and then we move on to our final day, which is day 5, up about 8 o'clock for our breakfast. But we're just going to try and work out when we're on board the ship what to do with the itinerary for that afternoon. We want it to be based around a Vienna city tour, going to the Winter Palace and Christmas markets, or do a Taste of Christmas Go Active walking tour, so we can go around the markets of Vienna and sample the delights. It really is dependent on our transfers, because that is our final day. Some people will be going back to the airport about 11:30, some will be going about 12:30. So it depends what we can do in the morning, but we certainly want to experience Vienna. We certainly want to make the most of our last morning there, and then we'll head off, say our farewells, and get our transfers back home, which is very sad. So one last thing, we have to be mindful that this is a full fare paying ship. We have to be really mindful that we have other guests on board. We need to make sure, though, that you remember that you're an ambassador of your business and also a guest of Uniworld. But we want you all to have fun. We want to enjoy. We want you to really have the most exceptional time on board the ship. But we just have to be mindful of the other people on board. Just remember, though, as well, if we have a designated meeting time and a meeting place, just please be there ready to go. If not on time, 5 minutes before, that'd be great. So we're really looking forward to meeting you all face to face in the bar at 5 o'clock on board the ship on Friday. We can't wait to see you. We've got lots and lots of great things planned. It's going to be a really great ship, great cruise, great itinerary, and looking down the list of who you guys are, we've got a great bunch of people as well. So if you need anything more, please contact Lucy or myself. If not, thanks ever so much for watching this. Hope your questions have been answered, and we look forward to seeing you on board. See you on Friday. Thank you very much.